Hey guys, this is Sandra Ayan, your home care provider. Um, I did a video a couple of days ago, letting you guys know that we got a raise for in January, and we're not going to be making we're now going to be making $13.80 an hour. Okay. Um, I want to apologize to you guys because I haven't been able to make any videos because I've been really, really busy. I mentioned to you guys that John was in the rehab. Well, I made preparations to get him a bed, enroll him in the program that he needs so he can get his medication, and I I'm running ragged. I literally running ragged. Um, I have John has a lot of complications, okay, and it's hard, extremely hard. I also have Chuck, okay, and I also have a couple of other employers. And last night I went out to go get a drink because I needed a drink, and when I came back, I had all of these. These are your W-2s, you guys. This is what I'm opening up. But as I sat there and enjoyed the music, I realized how tired I am. And I realized the pressure and everything that it is that I have to do in order to make things happen. On top of making sure that they're clean, that I got to shave their faces off because John has a big beard. And I can get all the manual stuff done, right? But if we don't take care of our paperwork, okay, um, it's all going to go downhill. So this is yesterday's mail that I got late at night, and I'm barely opening up. I'm getting my W-2s already I want to see if I got all of them because I have several employers. So I want to see if I got all my W-2s. There's Rosemary's. There's my Jeannie. There is another one that I had that I let go, and there's the other one that I have. So that's 4 already, and I got one more here. And I'm gonna say this is John's. So I have a total of 5 W-2s. Okay. There's several reasons why I wanted to do this. One is because today is the 21st, 22nd of January, and my birthday's on Monday, you guys. So I want to see, maybe I could go to the casino. Yeah, this is John's. And win another jackpot, right? Because my office is coming all together, and I'm getting the help that I need. Because yeah, I got all of them, all 5 of them, and it's 22nd. Normally, we get our W-2s by the 30. They have until the 31st of January to give them to us. Um, but I just got them all today. So you guys should be receiving your W-2s this week at the latest next week. Um, if you do not receive your W-2s, what you can do is you can call the provider hotline. And the number for the provider hotline is 1-888-822-9622. So you can call them and tell them. But I would wait. I would wait until about the middle of February because some of us didn't get paid. I haven't gotten my check from the 1st to the 15th yet because we had just had Martin Luther King holiday on Monday. So it's a little delayed. I didn't get my check today. Um, so it's taking a little longer. A lot of people got it yesterday. Some got it today. So mine's is just taking a little bit longer. So what I want you guys to consider is the holidays, okay? Um, the IRS is pretty good about coming and getting their money, so they're pretty good about also sending us our tax forms. So this is to let you guys know that you guys are going to be getting your W-2s by the end of the month. If you have not gotten them, give them about a week. You can also contact the IRS. If you go online and just enter IRS, it'll have a number there. Those ladies are really, really nice. Also, I've had to talk to a few of them for different reasons. And I think it's more because you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. One of the things that I wanted to tell you guys about your W-2s. Now, I want to say a couple of years ago, we weren't allowed to file until the 15th of February. I don't like doing what society wants me to do. So I usually don't file my taxes until almost the end in April, because if you guys notice, right around February and March, there's sales here, sales there. Everybody knows you're getting your tax return, so they put all kinds of sales. I don't function the way society does. When the cop pulled me over and told me that normal people usually put their registration in the glove box, I was like, I'm not normal people, so sorry to break it to you. So I don't function like normal society, but you'll see that. Pay attention to these little things. You'll see that the sales will start coming up in February and March, because society knows when money's coming in, okay? So I usually don't do my tax return until the end, somewhere in April, the first week of April, I suppose. I don't know if we have to wait this year to file until the 15th of February, but that's probably the safest. Some people say, well, you know what, if you file right away, because the IRS is getting bombarded with all these tax returns, they're not going to notice. No, they notice whether you file right away or you file all the way to the end or you get an extension. There's two things you can't cheat, and that's from that movie, Joe Black. I love, oh my God, I can't think about his name. He's Angelina Jolie's ex-husband. Prit. Oh my God. Come on, you guys. Oh my Lord. Okay. I guess it's not that important. Well, there's two things you can't escape, and that's taxes and death. Okay? That's it. That's it. They're going to come and they're going to get their money. So, one other thing that I also want to tell you guys, because everyone's trying to file taxes, don't pay somebody to do your taxes. It is very simple. You get on the computer, go to TurboTax. TurboTax will guide you step by step, and they will ask you if you want to get, for $29, you can get this package. For $39, you can get this package. For $49, you decide, or you can do it for free. And it's a very simple form. Simple. It's step by step. It's very family. It's very simple. You'll see the little figurines, the little it's just easy. Trust me. Just have a little bit of nerve and remember that I told you that it's easy. Read the questions. Everything is on your W-2. Everything they ask you for is on here. Line 1, line B, line C. Sorry, I'm paying attention over there too, right? Everything is on here. 18. Just try it, okay? You'll do it. One of my exes told me, rest in peace, told me, you could do it, Sandra, you're smart. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have done it, okay? Don't pay someone to do your taxes. Now, there are also other agencies that will do your taxes for you, okay? There's this company called, they're volunteers in training for the IRS. It's called VITA. V as in Victor. V as in Victor, I as in India, T as in Terry, and A as in Apple. It's called VITA. Once again, get online in the search bar, enter VITA, and it'll bring up different phone numbers, addresses, directions, information. The internet is like, hi guys. If it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't be talking to all of you guys right now. You know what I mean? Don't get scared. Um, and what they do is they have different centers in different places, and they'll tell you where they're at, what time they're open, what time they close, what paperwork you need. If I recall correctly, if you haven't done your taxes from last year, like I didn't do my son's taxes from last year, so I do my own taxes on TurboTax, okay? So I'm not gonna pay anybody. If boy, that dog has a really ugly bark, and he's a baby. If I know I'm probably gonna have to pay a penalty. Well, my son is probably gonna have to pay a penalty because he didn't do his taxes last year. So I'm going to file for my son's taxes from last year, and I'm going to file for my son's taxes from the previous year, because these W-2s are a little confusing, but they're basically from last year, and a lot of people don't know that. And I know that sounds really dumb of me to say, but I don't care because I want to make sure you guys understand. So the W-2s we're getting today are for 2019. The W-2s that I got in 2019 for my son were for 2018. So I'm going to file for 2018 and 2019 for my son, and there's a penalty for not filing. Okay. Here's another thing also. They said that we didn't need to have medical insurance to file for without for not. They said that we were mandatory, had to have medical insurance. And it's been like this for a while. But I came across some information where they told me that we didn't have to have medical insurance the year of 2019. Well, that's not true. We have to. So that's another penalty, okay? And once again, don't get scared with the penalties, because if you do have to pay a penalty, you can always call the IRS and make arrangements, make plans, and tell them, you know what, what can I do? I want to pay you. What can I do? I just don't know. Now, that's on people that have not filed. The other thing is, if you feel that you have made whoever did your taxes, if for some reason you think that that person that did your taxes for 2018 did them wrong, you can amend. And I believe you can amend it back to 4 years. It's either 2 or 4 years. I'm not a tax professional, okay? I'm telling you what I've experienced and the information that I've come across. Here is a better one for you. A lot of you are going to love this one. 2016, when I was working for the union as a receptionist, the union was not helping with taxes. They told us that we were not tax professionals as employees of the union, and we could not give professional tax advice because we were not certified. So I got online and I said, this is not happening. People are coming in here and they don't know what to do. Especially because also in 2007, in 2016, in December 2016, they came up with the waiver form. The waiver form stated that if a recipient lived with you, you can be exempt for them taking taxes out. Okay, so I investigated even further, and I said, well, I don't fall into that category, but excuse me, if I did, how would it affect me? The pros and the cons. The pros for me, from what I saw, in my opinion, was you can get your whole check, all of it. They won't take any taxes out. The cons is if they don't take taxes out of your check, you're not paying into your Social Security, you're not paying into your Medicare, you're not paying anything, and you can't file taxes. So I thought that was pretty detrimental for someone to sign that waiver form that says it was optional too, by the way, optional for someone to say, I don't want them to take taxes out because I want to keep all my money. Well, yeah, but look at the longevity of the no, wait, look at the long term effect. If you don't pay taxes, you can't file taxes. Nice, fine. But if you don't pay taxes, you're not contributing to your Social Security, and you're not contributing into your Medicare. Okay. But then again, you have people that say, well, hell, by the time I'm that age, there's Social Security is not even going to be there. And they might be right. They might not be right. But that's where you choose. The problem that I have with this waiver form, if you live with a recipient, and the recipient is, for example, your son, your daughter, your aunt, your uncle, your mom, your grandpa, you can send the IRS another form that says that they no longer, if you want them to take taxes out of your check, you have to send a form to them telling them that they no longer live with you. So, an aunt and an uncle can move, a grandma and a grandpa can move. But how is your 4-year-old child that is your recipient going to move? So you're kind of stuck. And that's one of the things I didn't like, because then you have to lie, and you don't want to lie, especially to the IRS. Okay. um so in 2016, when they came up with this waiver form, I started doing research. One of the things that I did is I went to the Social Security Administration and I asked them, if they're not taking taxes out of our checks, what how can we pay towards our Social Security? And the only way that you can pay towards your Social Security is if you're self-employed. So let's say I sign the waiver form, because let's pretend I have a child that I'm taking care of who's a recipient, and they're not taking taxes out of my check. I'm not putting into my Social Security. So now, not only am I going to take, now I have to think of a way to to continue to give into my Social Security and Medicare for later on in life, when I'm older and I'm ready to retire or collect Social Security. And the only way I could do that is if I'm self-employed. So now I'm going to start a business where I'm cleaning houses, or I'm going to start a business where I'm selling, roses, or anything that I can come up with that makes me self-employed. Okay. And then when I get paid, I go and I give my income to the Social Security Administration, and I tell them, what am I supposed to pay in Social Security? And that's when they bill me, and that's how I contribute into my Social Security. So I really thought that this waiver form was terrible. Um, I came across a couple of people that said that when they filed for their when they filed the W-2s for taxes, that the federal did not give them anything, but the state did. The deductions that the state has are totally different than the deductions of the federal. So this particular woman was like in her 60s, and she was already collecting Social Security benefits. Okay. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. She was already collecting Social Security benefits, taking care of her 40-something-year-old daughter. And I was curious, and I said, well, how much did they give you back? How much did you make? And she was literally working 283 hours. Okay. She said, when I filed for taxes, the federal didn't give me anything, but the state did. And I said, well, how much did the state give you? And she said 2,000. A person that at that time, and I'm going to guesstimate, you guys, because the hourly rates have changed. A person that worked I wasn't that into the numbers back then. Now I can think about them. Now a person that has 283 hours a month, if they do their timesheets correctly, will be making a total income of $4,700 every month starting in January. Before last year, if a person that was doing their timesheets correctly was making should have been making $4,409. Okay, a person that was working 264 hours like me was getting every month 4,040. That's how much I was making. Okay, and that's because, and I was losing like 20 bucks give or take, because I'm really good with the numbers, especially when it comes to overtime, you guys. I emphasize overtime so much because we work so hard right now. I'm like super gone and tired, and I still got, my timesheets. I got to do work. I got to do work for other people. So I don't remember how much a person was making in 2016, but for her to get $2,000 back from the state, I thought it was a little. Here's the thing about not paying taxes. This woman did work before, and I asked her, so, did you go qualify for Social Security? She says, yeah, I do. In 2016, I want to say they were giving about $750. No more than 800, okay, in Social Security benefits. I asked her, how much are you getting for Social Security? And she told me $200. $200? Sorry, I need a break. $200 in comparison to the $750 or $800 that another person is getting for Social Security. This is where that form hurts us. Well, maybe not me. I'm speaking in general as actually no. I got Chuck. So I'm gonna have to look at that. Okay. But there is also one more option. There is another form that you guys get to fill out. It is called a living certified exemption for a living provider, a provider that lives like me. I live, no, actually he lives with me, so I guess he would be the living, huh? Whatever. You guys see what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to fill out a form because I want them to take taxes out of my check. I want them, and actually they are taking taxes out of the little checks that I've seen and gotten. But there is another form that's a live-in exempt form, and I have one really really good person in Orange County that I'm actually going to drill her brain this time because I need her to explain it to me, because now I'm going through it. So I when you file for taxes on your W-2s, you have to be real careful how you say this, because like I said, the last thing you want to do is lie, because they will find out. They will, and they will come back and get you eventually. So I wanted to tell you guys that the W-2s are here. I wanted to tell you guys you should get them by the end of January. I wanted to tell you guys, don't be scared to do your own taxes, especially if it's a simple form, okay? I tried deducting 1 year. I saved all my receipts for all of my cars as far as gas. I calculated mileage. I inputted in the system that I bought a set of tires for each car. They deducted that. Okay, they deducted the gas. What else did they deduct? They deducted the gas. They deducted the tires. They deducted. I want to say wear and tear on the vehicle, like if I had to take it to the mechanic. But when I saw how technical it was, I just said, "Oh, I'm not doing it." Not only that, but because I have so many vehicles, and I pretty much drive whatever I want to drive. Um, it was a little harder for me to keep up. but these deductions are in there. But it's no longer, if you enter these deductions, it's no longer an easy form, which I think is a 1040. It is now a little more difficult. And then you probably do need a tax consultant by then. The other thing that I also wanted to tell you guys is they came up, there is a there's a form. It's called the 1040X. And it's in regards to a recipient living with you. If they have been taking taxes out of your check and the recipient has been living with you and you don't want, you qualified for them not taking taxes out of your check, you can file for the 1040X, which is the name of the form, and they will go from 2017, and it's only for 4 years. 4 years. So they might have increased it now to, what is it? Today's, no, yeah, 2017. Yeah, that's what it says because I have it right there. The 1040X is from 2017 for 4 years forward. So when you go see, if you're going to pay a tax professional, go ask them. Here's another one. Ugh. And it's like, see, all of this it's like a snowball. So when I'm talking to you guys and I'm telling you guys this stuff, it reminds me of something else and something else. I had an incident with a young lady in Florida, and she told her tax consultant there, and now I'm just reiterating this story, but I need you guys to be aware. She told her tax consultant that she had a business in Florida, and she told her tax consultant that she was receiving, sorry, let me put it over here, IHSS here. But because her business was in Florida, the guy never reported the income for the IHSS. And this woman, again, was at a 283 max. Sorry, it's been a long day. French lady. She called me and she told me, what am I going to do? I just got a letter that says I owe $10,000. Well, what do you mean? Yeah, I told my tax professional, and I'm actually probably going to look for her through my phone because I know I have her number. I told my tax professional to report this income, and he never reported it, and now they're fining me. The taxes were $4,000 that she owed, and the other $6,000 was penalties, you guys. Penalties. Because she didn't report the income. Well, she did report it. The tax professional in Florida didn't report the income. So it came back and bit her. And I haven't heard from her since last year. The other thing too is, if you live with your recipient, you're not getting taxes taken out of your check, but your husband has an income, you still have to report it. I have a lady that, you know what I want to say was, and these numbers are probably going to blow you guys away, okay? But this is actually what a person makes when they're working 283 hours a month. It averages out to about 50,000. 50,000. That's a lot of money. And not only is it a lot of, well, it is a lot of money, because I was used to living off of 12,000 a year, until I got a little, I got blessed and my income started increasing. She was afraid to file with her husband, and she came into the office, and I recognized the voice, because I may be blind, but I can hear, and I recognize voices. So when they call me and I recognize the voice, I know who you are before you even start talking. And if I don't know, then I ask, they tell you, I'm sorry, I can't remember. But I hear the voice and I remember. So I heard her voice and I walked over and she didn't know what to do. And that's when I told her. I said, don't be afraid. Please report the income and file jointly, because if you don't, you're going to get penalized. Here's one more. In your W-2, in your W-4 that you fill out for the federal, on there's numbers. Let's see, if you're going to file as head of household, enter 1. If you, and I'm trying to remember the W-4 form because I'm not getting up to reach for it right now. If you are, if you only have one job and you're single, mark 1. If, what else? Come on. If you have dependents, enter the amount of dependents. If you make between this much per dependent, enter 1, enter 2, not enter 1, forgive me, enter the amount of dependents that you have. So all these lines end up adding, they add up, and then you put them on line G. Okay, there's line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. On line 7 of your W4, it asks you if you want additional taxes taken out. This is for the federal. If you want additional taxes taken out of your check, you have that waiver that they don't take taxes out, you can ask them to take taxes out of there. So what I would do if I was in that position, and let's say I made let's say I made the 4,000, at our max 264 hours, and I'm going based on last year's income of 264 hours, okay, which I mentioned to you guys because I know the numbers is 4,040. So I'm going to multiply 4,040 times 1.0825, and I'm going to get 4373. So that's in taxes 40, let's say son 70, 80, 90, that's 44. I'm going to ask them to take out, that's like a difference of $80. 4373, 4373, 40 minus 4373 equals $330. 40, which is what I was making every month at 264 hours a month, minus the $333 is $3,700. So what I would ask them to take out of my check, I was working 264 hours a month. I was making an income gross. These are all gross, okay? I was making a gross income of $4,040 a month. The taxes that I should have paid on $4,040 a month is $333. So on line number 7, where it asks me the additional taxes that I want to be taken out, on line number 7 of our W4, I would put on there to take out $150 out of every check. That's what I would do in total, okay? And that's what they do. 150 one pay period and 150 in another pay period. That's if I only had one recipient. If I have 2 recipients, if I have 3 recipients, 4 recipients, and as you guys just saw, what was this, 5? Yeah, I have 5. I would take, and I'm just going to say 330, because all I want them to take out is $330 a month, I would take the 330 and I am like super blind, divide that by my recipients. So on each W-4 that I would send out for each client that I have, I would ask them to take out $66. To make it easier for me, I would ask them to take out $60. That's if, for example, right now, I have two recipients. If I had another recipient living with me, if I had another recipient, that's only if I filled out the waiver form. So if you have one recipient and your max amount of hours that you are working is 283, your max amount of income, if you were doing it correctly, is $4,409. I would multiply $4,409. That was division. I would multiply that times 1.0825, and it gives me 4772. It's higher. Yes, it's higher. So then I take 4772 and I take away the $4,409, and it's still 363. So if I had one recipient and I was taking care of them for 283 hours a month, and they're not taking taxes out of my check, I would ask them, and when I get my W-4, you can always change this. People usually change their W-4s in the middle of the year. Some people, I don't understand the concept besides that, except more money up front. Some people will put 5 dependents. I don't know why. I've seen them. And they will barely take any taxes out. But on the 6th month, they will fill out another W-2 and say 0 dependents. And then they take the max amount of taxes out of their check. So if a person that has 283 hours that has filled out this waiver form where they're not taking taxes out of their check, they can fill out a W-4, and on line number 7, ask them to take out $150, $180 per check. I'll call them back right now. Yeah, I'll call her back right now. It's a little technical, but if you go back and listen to my, write it one by one, that's why I'm trying to give you guys the numbers little by little. This way, what that ensures is at the end of the year, even though, going back to the lady that made the $50,000 for her daughter that she was taking care of, at the end of the year when she goes and files taxes, she's already paid taxes, and instead of having to pay them, they will automatically deduct from the taxes that she's already paid, and the amount that she'll pay will be either a lot less, or she might get some back. Because I know it's scary to file taxes. So there's ways, you guys. There's ways of. I need to put my hand down. Well, I got my computer plugged in. There's ways. Okay, here we go. There's ways of doing this. Okay, don't be scared. There's ways of, and they're the right ways. It's knowledge that we don't know, and that's why I wanted to share with you guys. Mainly, don't pay to get your taxes done. Try to do it yourself. I brought back my Chevy, my 63. I told you guys I put in the windshield wiper. I brought it back, and I'm going to try it one more time. But that day I gave up, and I had to come home and have a few beers and watch TV. We get frustrated, you know. I wasn't able to do it. I failed, and I think that's what I was more depressed about. But in the next few days, I'm gonna try it again. So I'll succeed, you know, and I could take it back to the mechanic. They're the experts, not me. Um, so I wanted to tell you guys to try it. Okay, you don't worry about your W-2s. You can call the IHSS number, the 888-822-9622, and they will guide you to where you can, if you haven't received them. Um, Once you file your taxes, then of course you get your return in a couple of weeks. You know, some people get it automatically. They want it right away. Um, just just be patient. You've waited this long, you know, what's a little longer. Be wise with your money. Save. Right now, like I said, I'm so super overwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I just got to focus, make sure I take care of my paperwork. I have to read John's shoreline. Sorry, I have to read John's rehab paperwork dismissal. I have already called the social worker, and I'm praying that they will not have him start all over again, but for the application of IHSS, but just open his case back up and see what happens there. Um, he's good. He's getting better. I made him sit up yesterday and he didn't like me, and I don't care. But he has to sit up and eat. Okay, he hasn't done that in 4 months. Um, it's a long recovery process. But one of the things that I also wanted to tell you guys is take some time. I know we work for them, okay? But you also have the right to take care of yourself. Okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overdo yourself. Because if you do, you're going to crash. You're going to crash. And you don't want to crash. So some things, I know they're your bosses and they're supposed to tell you what to do, but if you're not well, then how can you take care of them? And even more importantly, how can you take care of your household? So I literally, while I sat there and had my drink, had to think. Okay. And I went and I grabbed my little girl and I said, "Come here, Anna." She thought I was angry at her. I said, "Come here." She goes, "What did I do? What did I do?" "Nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. Come here. I'm going to tell you. We're the ones that run this. They're well taken care of. They have a shower. We stand and we talk with them. We try to give them everything they need. But then we got to get down to paperwork. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing paperwork. So I figured, you know what? Thank you so much for staying on for so long. This is really important, okay? I wanted to share with you guys the fact that I got my W-2s, give you ideas on what you can do for taxes. Save your money, because no one is going to help us, okay, when we need the help. And let me know if there's anything that you guys, that I can do to help you guys, information wise. Text me, tell me who you are. You know, I'd like to know who I'm talking to. I think it's only but respectful. And let me see what I can do. And then also on top of it, for example, I heard a baby crying yesterday next door, and I said to the lady, but my focus was, I heard the baby cry, and my first instinct was to go over there and ask her, "Hey, what's wrong?" Not being nosy. I just noticed there's something. Maybe I can help. But because I had to attend to John, and then I had to attend to Chuck, and then I had to attend to my son, and I had other things I had to attend to, and then I realized I had to attend to myself. um, I just let it go. So this afternoon when I walked out there, and I had a little bit of time, I went over there and I asked the lady, and I said to her, "Why was the baby crying?" Well, it just so happens that the baby has asthma, and they needed the solution for the asthma nebulizer. And these people know me. I hustle, I move, I work, I have this, I have that. I'll connect you. What do you need? How can I help you? Ask me. And I looked at them and I said, why didn't you ask me? Well, we're waiting for the doctor to give the. I said, I know how this process works. Baby can't breathe now. Why didn't you stop me and ask me? You have my number. Call me. It's my neighbor. I know it's important. I have 3 nebulizers in my house. 3. Not 1, not 2. 3. And they're brand new in a box. Okay? I have the solution. I have the asthma pumps, the preventer. What do you need? Thing is, sometimes we don't want to ask for help. But sometimes we ourselves are way too overwhelmed to help. And we need to be stopped because you never know what we can do. So the baby's fine. But I told her, hello, you know? So I just wanted to share this stuff with you guys. I have some, I gotta go get my nails done. I think I need to fill again. And I'm gonna find time for that. Because I have to. Because it's what makes me happy, right? That and the sound system in my car. The vroom vroom. So I don't know what I did to my YouTube channel, but for some reason I can't seem to get any comments. There's nothing. I don't see anything on the, so I must have done something to the settings. I am gonna go back and I am going to check the settings on my YouTube channel, because I also the one that I did when I told you guys I went to go get an Obama phone, I was sitting outside a McDonald's at the bus stop, and I told my friend, I'm like, come on, let's go. He goes, where are you going? I don't know, where do you want to go? And he goes, what do you mean, the car's over there? I go, yeah, but I want to take the bus. So I was trying to just psych him out, you know. And he looks at me, he's like, you're crazy. I go, dude, you know, I haven't sat on a bus stop for a long time. And that's what I was doing. We were sitting at the bus stop, I was staring at the traffic, enjoying the ambiance. And he was just tripping on me, you know. He's just like, you're crazy. I'm like, nah, yeah, I am. While we waited for our Obama phone. So there's little things that I know. So just ask me. I'll figure out the little YouTube thing that we got going on here, because I can't see any comments. But I want to tell all of you guys thank you so much, because oh, that's my son. Child, let me call you right back because I'm doing a video. I'll call you right back, okay? Is everything okay? Okay, cool. Okay, bye. There you go. Sorry, it's my son. The other one's in there somewhere. I don't know. So, I hope this helps you guys, okay? Let me check my settings on my YouTube channel. Maybe I did something wrong. My phone number is 562-281-3219. Call me, text me, let me know, and I'll answer your questions. But make sure that you do a little bit of research, and don't get scared. And thank God we're making an extra $1, right? Now I gotta work the numbers. Because I'm still unemployed. Well, I only answer for my boys. Everybody else is home. So, God bless you guys. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to grind some more timesheets here. If you guys are interested in me doing your timesheets, I have not made a mistake in 4 years now. Yep. I am your queen at timesheets. I will teach you how to do them. But once again, my services are not free. I have a Venmo account. I have PayPal. I really don't like PayPal because they charge. If you guys want to make a donation, that's fine. But if you do, I want you to call me and tell me, because I want to say thank you. Okay, I'm grateful for everything. If not, that's fine too. But once I get down and I ask you a series of questions because I want to know what you're doing. I want to know who you are. And whatever you tell me stays with me. I don't go tell Manny, Mo, and Jack, okay, because it's none of their business. And I've told many of my people, your business and my business, it's our business, and it's nobody's business. Okay, so I'm here to listen. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make you think. I'm here for us to find a better way, and it's confidential. But my once I start writing down numbers, I will tell you exactly what it is that you can do. I can tell you the difference in what you're going to be making. I can teach you how to do this more productively. And that's the grinding that I have to do. I have to sit here and I have to look, where can I make more? Where is it more beneficial? What it's more about scheduling. You schedule, but you make sure you handle all of your business. But once again, this is a growing business. There's a lot of people that trust me, and I have not made a mistake, and I'm so proud of that because I pray constantly. I'm like, okay, Lord, turn on. I know there's light in the house. Is somebody in there? Yeah, you know what? Tell them to get up and make me think. How can I make this? How can I make this better? Not just for me, but for other people. So I will increase your income drastically, and I will teach you how to do it correctly. I will give you guys a hint, okay? February has 29 days. February has 4 weeks, 4 full work weeks, except the first. What's the first? Oh, the first, yeah. The first is Saturday. I will give you guys another hint because this is what's causing violations. If you are allowed to work 260 hours a month, you are only allowed to get paid for 100 hours of overtime. This is going to be extremely important. Maybe not in February, but it will be extremely important in May because May has 6 weeks and there will be tons of violations in May. Once you divide your hours by 4, count the hours of overtime. 40 hours, 200, what did I say, 260, right? 260 divided by 4 is 65. 260 divided by 4 is 65. That means that 40 hours, you can work 65 hours a week. 40 hours is regular time, 40. And 25 hours is overtime. If you have 4 full work weeks, there is 40 hours of regular times 4 is 160. 25 hours of overtime times 4 is 100. Please go back and replay what I just said. It is important because if you go over your overtime, even though you respected your hours per week, you will get a violation. And that's what I don't want. I think that's it. So I wish I could see the questions. I'll fix my YouTube channel, I promise. I love you guys. Text me, call me. I'll try to answer. I will call you back. The other day, I didn't check my voicemail and I had 60 voicemails. Of course, about 14 of them are messages saved from my ex, so I like to hear his voice. He's so handsome. And I still love him, so whatever. It'll be good. It'll be all right. So, I'm going to keep my head above water. I'm going to keep grinding. But please, 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 take care of yourselves. Don't let them grind you to the floor. Okay? You're important. All of you guys are important. Make sure you're okay. And what time is it? 7? I'm going to go to bed early. I need some rest. Actually, it's not even 7. And I'm already tired. I want to put on my pajamas and go to sleep. Okay. I love you guys. Take care. Have a beautiful day. And let me know if there's anything I can help. 562-281-3219. God bless you guys. Bye.